Eggers' version of Nosferatu.
No, I just started it. So
Yeah.
I haven't finished it yet. Haven't had a chance to finish it, but I just started it. Interesting. Ironic, we're on the same page.
Yeah. I mean, I am blown away by it. I've actually watched it twice now. I had watched it a couple nights ago, and I watched it again last night. I could have sworn I put this movie on our list for this season, and I was not going to talk about it today. And then I double checked, and it's not on there. So it must have fallen off during our negotiations or whatever when we're putting the list together.
Huh. I could have sworn it was on there too. Well, I know it was on the list. I don't know if it made the cut, so to speak.
No, I was thinking it was like one of the finals. You know how we do big ones at the end, and I couldn't. And I looked, and it's not there. So, but after watching it, I've been ranking modern day horror directors, and Mike Flanagan's always going to be number one with me. But I'm beginning to think Eggers is number two. He's
really over like Guillermo or Ty West or any of them.
Well, I mean, I still like Ty West and I still like Guillermo, and I'm talking about like top two favorites. He certainly has crafted my most favorite Dracula movie. It's not Dracula technically; it is a remake of Nosferatu, but it's got a lot of Dracula elements in it, of course, because Nosferatu was a ripoff of Dracula back in 1922.
Correct, yeah.
The atmosphere he creates, the dread, the stunning visuals, he pays attention to historical accuracy, the lighting. I mean, everything about this film is just great. The romance is there, but it's not the kind of smarmy romance that I associate with some Dracula movies. It's very sexual. It's very repulsive. It's disturbing. The best thing about this movie is that it's scary too. I mean, it literally scares me in places. It's written and directed by Eggers. It was based on the Henrik Galeen screenplay and, of course, the book Bram Stoker. You know, they credit that because I don't think Galeen did at the time. The cast is great. It's got Lily Rose Depp, Nicholas Hoult, Bill Skarsgård, Willem Dafoe. The synopsis is, in the 1830s, estate agent Thomas Hutter travels to Transylvania for a fateful meeting with Count Orlok, a prospective client. In his absence, Hutter's new bride, Ellen, is left under the care of their friends Frederick and Anna Harding. Plagued by horrific visions and an increasing sense of dread, Ellen soon encounters an evil force that's beyond her control. All of Eggers' movies are in the 90s on Rotten Tomatoes, with exception to this. This is it only gets 85. And that's with 364 reviews. So I would bump that up to 95, probably 100, because this one checks all the boxes for me. He is just a master at creating a sense of dread through atmosphere, for a lack of better phrasing.
Yeah, it's interesting. I would probably agree with the reviews, just because I'm only halfway through. I've only made it to like the Voyage of the Demeter. I've only made it to where the boat landed in London and Orlok has arrived or whatever. And I'm sure the pace will pick up from there. It always does in any Dracula adaptation. But I kept getting confused. Even you just doing the synopsis then. I was getting confused because I was like, wait, so who's who? Where's my Mina? Where's my Lucy? Where's all the names are different and all the stuff is different, but the story is still Dracula. The plotting is still very Dracula-esque. But
so's the 1922 silent film. That's why it got yanked.
Well, yeah. So like you said, this is more like, maybe I need to go back and revisit Nosferatu, the original, because I haven't seen it in a long time. I remember the Klaus Kinski one, but
no. Now that one they tried to make into Dracula by changing the names to the Stoker names.
Okay,
they did.
So maybe
use
that's
like
just
Harker and Van Helsing and stuff in that.
I mean, yeah. So it definitely would not. so far, halfway through the film, or a third of the way through the film, so to speak, it so far would not rank as one of my favorite Dracula films yet. But it is great. I mean, the thing that Eggers does best is just like in The Witch. I mean, he's using like all this naturalistic lighting and all these very simple structures to everything. I mean, it's very well done. It's very well structured. So
yeah, and The Witch and this are like ranked the lesser of the 4 films he's done. They rank The Northman and The Lighthouse higher. And I was like, I haven't seen The Northman, but I've seen The Lighthouse, and I don't like it as much as I like The Witch, and I certainly don't like it as much as I like this.
Well, see, I haven't seen either one of them. I've only seen The Witch. So I haven't seen Northman. I have not seen the other one you just mentioned.
The Lighthouse.
Lighthouse, which I've heard is great too. Very atmospheric, black and white, yada yada, all that.
Yeah, and it's got Willem Dafoe in it too. It's good. I need to see it again. It just didn't grab me as a horror movie, so to speak.
See, I haven't seen Dafoe yet. I haven't reached that part where he's
he's great.
where he's introduced or whatever. The Van Helsing character. He plays Van Helsing, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he does, but it's a different name. It's a Swiss doctor. I can't.
Of course it is. Yeah,
and
sure.
And I don't know if you remember the ending of when we covered Nosferatu as a double feature a couple of years back. I don't know if you remember the movie, how it ended. The not the remake, but the original. But this movie ends very similar to the silent film.
I remember all the shadows and the shadow work and everything else, and that's one of the things I liked about this at the beginning. I love the way he used Orlok's shadow and the power of evil and all of that. And it wasn't pretentious. It was just extremely well filmed.
Well, it's also homage, because they do a lot of that in the German film, the Murnau film, too.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
But what I was going to say is that in closing is I was like, how did this guy only have 4 films? He's such a master, and all his films are so beautiful. Well, I discovered he was a production designer before he was director. And I was like, he was making movies pretty before he started directing. One of the other things I like about this that you have had a little bit of trouble with because of the Dracula crossover is that he does stick to the story elements of the original film. Unlike the Herzog remake with Klaus Kinski, where they like try and go back and change the names to the Stoker names. I'm like, no, just, honor this film as it is. It was a ripoff, but it's, 100 years later. Let's move on.
Start the car. Johnny has the keys.